Welcome. Welcome back, everyone. Hi. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing well. The weather is really, really hot today and humid, and it's going to be the same way tomorrow. So, so please make sure you all are drinking plenty of liquids and you're staying someplace under the AC, because it's going to be hot like this again tomorrow. Thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate you all. Before I go into the topic of discussion today, I'm going to talk to you guys again to emphasize the importance of being careful with scams, because there's a lot of scams out there today, and there are new scams that are being developed all the time. And one of the things that I do to protect myself is read everything. Because if you take the time to read, like if you get these emails and it tells you you won something, or something about the IRS, or something about your Social Security, scams like that, unemployment scams, etc. Read everything. And if it doesn't make sense, believe your intuition. Dig deeper before you give into these things. I don't know how many of you listened to one of my prior videos where I talked about scams. And I talked about I had gotten something as recently as a month ago. And it said that um, my card was going to be charged some money for a Best Buy electronic equipment that I ordered online. First of all, I don't order anything from Best Buy. And second of all, anything that I do order, I have confirmation, etc. Usually I'm in the store. So, and then it gave some kind of confirmation number. And here's the catch, guys. The email stated for me to call a specific number that they had listed within the email so that they can verify my card number. Anything like that, please know that that's a scam, because you didn't order anything. What they want you to do is to call that specific number that they listed, and then they're going to ask you to verify your account information, even though you said that you didn't purchase anything, but they're going to ask you to verify so that they can steal your account information. So please be very careful. What I did, I didn't call the number that was listed within the email. What I did is Google the information for Best Buy, and then I gave all of the information, like the confirmation number that they had listed within that email. I gave it to Best Buy customer service. They have no number that start that way. It was a scam. So I asked them if they had a specific department that handles those matters, and they gave me an email, and I forwarded to that particular department. Never allow yourself to be scammed, because there's plenty of scams. And years ago, when I was younger, I got scammed twice. Not once, but twice out of stuff, because I wasn't aware of what was going on. And when you go through those things, you learn. At least I know I do. And I look for things, because I got emails. Oh, you won something. If you never enter any sweepstake or contest or anything like that, you didn't win. You didn't. And even if you think you won something, never send money, because if you truly won something, they're not going to ask you to pay to receive something that you won. And also look at the emails carefully, because within the emails, there's like anybody, what I notice is that there's a lot of grammar errors and misspelled words. It's unprofessional. So right away, those things are a scam. And if you get some emails about the IRS and you owe money, call us here. The IRS never send you emails about money old or whatever, they will always send you a letter in the mail. And then you call and verify the information that they sent you within that letter. They never call. Social Security is not going to call you, ask you to verify your Social Security number over the phone, things like that. Please pay closely attention. And another thing that I do, if I have any kind of business to take care of and they're asking me to sign paperwork, I always read everything, including page 4 in a corner where there's something in small print. So, because those things are important. And then not only do, if I felt good enough that this is okay and signed, I'm going to have copies for my records. I always go to the dollar store. They sell 8 folders, like manila folders, and you could just write on it what this is, etc. And just make copies of those things and save it. Know what you're signing, know what you're getting into, because there's so many scams out there today. And it's easy to get sucked in. So please pay attention to the wording, and if words are misspelled, there's grammar errors. So don't, right away those are scams. Just delete those emails. So I wanted to share that with you guys before getting into the topic of discussion today, because I hear a lot about that, and especially on the news today, especially with older women, and older men as well, with these scams. So please pay attention to what they're asking for. And if it's your personal information, please do not give that information, especially when it sounds, you know, your intuition will go off and tell you there's something about this. Pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to what is being said, and keep yourself and your belongings and your personal information safe, because scammers are out there. So that's the message on that. Today we're going to talk about the topic of discussion is to stay focused on your healing. And it may be difficult because you're going to have days, because of the grief, that you're not going to feel well. You may not feel like doing much. You may feel isolated, and you may get into depression. And that's okay, people. We're all a human. And, there's particular days that I feel like that. Like I said, Sunday is a hard day, Sunday night in particular, because, I think about the times I had with my mother. So do things that make you feel good. Pamper yourself. Like, I never used to do that until I started to just do things to heal. And then as I started to love myself, learning how to love myself, I do things for myself. I don't expect people to go and get me flowers and do this and that. Get your own flowers. Pamper your own self. If you like bubble baths with candles, scented candles, music, do things to build yourself up. Love on you. And that will help you also with the grief and the moments that you have when the grief takes over. Little by little, these things help. And for me, it was so difficult, but my strength comes from God. I learned prayer and how to pray and how to get God's attention. That's what I've done, because I've gone through so much hell. And let me tell you, it just felt like for a while that, it wasn't okay. So my ability to move forward and to be self-disciplined and to be persistent comes from my close relationship with God. And when I say close relationship, in prayer, meditation, doing these things, because that built up my relationship in God. And when I put my faith in him, really put my faith in him, God started answering my prayers in ways that were unbelievable, ways I didn't even expect, because I was putting my trust in him more and more. Because, basically, as I went through all these trials and tribulation and the moments of grief that felt almost bipolar to me, because you can't help it. When you lose all these people, and especially close loved ones that meant everything to you, a moment of grief can hit you like a ton of bricks. And in the beginning, I couldn't help it. It was just awful. I learned to put my trust in God because the people that were there was, like I said in prior videos, would say to me, you should be over this by now. It's been X and Y amount of time. You never get over losing a loved one. You're going to always remember them. You're going to always have that void because they're no longer here. However, you can get through the pain because the pain, you can do things as an outlet for the pain, so that you can slowly heal and get better. And like I said, I listen to a lot of music. A playlist of music help pampering yourself. I also do daily affirmation, positive affirmations to lift myself up when I start to feel depressed. I watch videos, positive videos on how to love on yourself, how to make yourself feel better, besides prayer and the other things that I do. So, things of that nature, keeping your environment positive. What I also learned to do is to pull back my energy from those who was um, you know, stringing along and they were bringing their negative baggage. And I don't allow a lot of negativity into my life anymore. The drama, the negativity, all those things will drain your energy. And it's not a, it wasn't good for me because it was keeping me stagnated and not allowing me to heal. So I cut off all of those things because I have no room in my life for the negativity. And that's why I always, on my part, emphasize how I block, cut off, and delete. Because, to compromise, to communicate with people and say, listen, this is what's going on with me. I'm grieving. I have moments of X, Y, and Z, and certain things is happening and I need time to be alone so that I can deal with what's happening because of these losses. And if someone doesn't understand that, then I can't have that person in my life or around me because I'm trying to heal my mental and physical health from these, tragic experiences. It takes a toll on your mind and your body, everything. And healing is important because to heal is to grow, and to grow is to expand and to help yourself to be better and be in a better place, to help yourself and to help others to be, when you're in a good place you can do better and be better. But when you are stagnated, you're stuck. And that's something I did not want for myself, so I continue to heal myself. And it's important. If people don't want to see me heal right away, I know that from the conversations, attitude, etc. And then I will have that last conversation, and then I cut off, block, and delete. And there's no reconciling for me because I can't understand why someone wouldn't want someone to heal from these horrific experiences. Because grief is no joke, because sometimes, in the beginning, it's hard, to when you have all these different emotions going on. And it's so important to take care of your physical and mental health because it's deeply affected by the grief of this loss. And in my case, like I said, I lost 10 people, and it goes on, and it just all at one time, like a domino effect. And I had to, you know, get myself healed, I not completely healed, but do the process, do the work. Therapy, I always talk about therapy because, it was hard for me to do this because, like I said, I come from a family who don't believe in it, but it's important for me. I have to do what's best for me. Make yourself a priority because you matter. You are important. And once you put your mental and physical health as a priority, everything else will slowly fall into place. It will happen, and I'm living proof of that. I'm not a therapist, certified or anything. These are tidbits that I'm sharing with you because it's helped me. I'm not 100% better from it. And I think I will always fill that void because this was my mother, my dog, and other folks, friends I had. And it's just been difficult. And but it gets better in time. And keep your loved one's memory alive by sharing the good times you had with them, what they meant to your life, what they brought to you that makes you who you are today. You could talk about these things with your therapist. From whatever state you are in, Google a therapist in your area and meet with a few until you find one that you vibe with, and then you can start from there. Also, there are bereavement groups as well. Google those too, because you're going to meet other individuals like yourself who are going through grief, and you might find out from those groups what they are doing to help themselves to get better. But like I said, self-love is so important, because I didn't know how to do that before. My self-esteem was shot because a lot of stuff that I had around me before that I no longer have around me. And it's important because of everything that I've experienced due to grief and how it took a toll on me and the losses and etc. What I do is remove all of the negativity. If I have a lot of toxicity, negativity, I'm shutting the door on that. I have a conversation about it. It continues, the disrespect, whatever. I'm not going to engage in that, because that'll bring down my vibration to that level. And I'm not doing that. I want to rise my vibration, bring it up. And so I want to stay in that energy. So when I have this toxicity around me, I just have those conversations. It continues, set boundaries. And if those boundaries are crossed over and over again, okay, I'm shutting the door, padlocking it, that's it. And there's no reconciliation on the matter. I'm very serious about my healing. Somebody else may not be serious about it, but I am. Like I said, self-care is so important, because if you don't take care of you, then how are you going to take care of anything else? It's so important, people. And don't worry that the process may be slower than what you anticipated it to be. That's okay. Just think of it as a baby. Who Many of you who might have children, they didn't just get up and walk. They took a step, fell down, got up again, and then one day they were walking. So you know how that goes. So that's how it goes with the healing process. Never give up on yourself. Always, keep moving, keep going. You're going to have those bad days where you don't feel well, and then you're going to have those good days. Pat yourself on the back pat yourself on the back when you do things that are positive and uplifting and you had a great day. Don't take that lightly, because it means slowly but surely you're getting better. You're always going to fill that void from the loss, but you can remember and keep your loved one's memory alive through storytelling. you know and if I have people in my life who could just listen, they don't have to, of course they can't bring these loved ones back, but if they could just listen to the stories I tell about my mom and my relationship with her, about my dog, my pug who passed away, and how much he meant to me. And my friend who passed away, who I worked with at the soup kitchen, who was a few years older than me, and the things that I did with these people and what they meant to me, that's priceless to me. But I talk about those things with my therapist. So that's an outlet for the pain, little by little. And never give up on yourself. Stay focused on your healing is so important. And this channel is growing now, and I'm happy about that, because that means that you guys are sharing the message with other people, because there could be people out there that you think are okay, and they could be silently grieving loss of a loved one, and sometimes they could have this grief that come upon them that can bring on depression, and we don't want anyone staying in a place of depression. So please continue to share these videos, because it's helping others. I've been receiving emails also and comments about how this channel is helping others, and that's what it's here for, to help others. One of the things that I know that is helping me is when I talk with you guys and tell you what's, little tidbits of what I do that make me feel better. Because I have those days still of depression where I really want to talk to my mom really bad, because something that I'm doing, that's um, something good and I want to share it with her. And then I have to remember again, okay, she's not here. And then I get sad. But you're going to have those days. But know that you can get through it because you're going to have good days as well. Baby steps, one day at a time. And as you get better and you can share these things with others, what you did to help yourself, to nurture yourself, nurture that inner child, and that's going to help as well. Do what helps you, the things that you like. If you like watching comedy shows, movies, going on your bike for a ride, taking your dog out, going to the beach, these things will help too, because they're things that you like. You're nurturing that inner child. So that's so important as well. And for me, the pain that was so deep within me, and as I started at the outlet through the therapy and all these things that I just mentioned, little by little, I start to feel better, turning pain into power, turning pain into purpose, helping other people. And that's where it helps me as well to help other people by sharing these tidbits and these things that I do. And to stay on the course, stay focused with your healing. Don't give up on yourself because you only have you and you are important. Know that you're important and that you do matter. Self love is so important, because when you love on yourself, you are going to start to set boundaries and start to take care of yourself more and more. So that's the message today. Thank you all for listening. Continue to share the videos, like, subscribe, tell others about this channel. And, you're going to be helping other people as you do this as well. If anyone want to email me, it's Lisa Vaughn, VAUGHN 410 at gmail.com. Once again, Lisa Vaughn 410 at gmail.com. Thank you for being here. This is Lisa, shedding love and light, helping others through this time of grief to take care of themselves. Thank you. I will be back soon in a day or two with a new message. Stay someplace where it's cool today. I almost said hot. No, stay someplace where it's cool today. It's going to be hot again tomorrow. And just relax. And I'll see you again. Bye for now.